Switching gear a little bit, let's talk about your Japanese business partners or persons that you had a chance to work with. Now, I have simple questions. Please think about the best CEO and worst CEO, and what were their strengths and weaknesses, and was there any specific incident that you felt that this is the best CEO or this is the worst CEO?
Well, I think it's very difficult to go into personalities, or,
right? Yes.
but I can be very objective in my opinion, or my observation,
right?
And I know some characters are very famous and some are not,
right.
or I would say
you don't have to mention names. You don't have to mention names.
But if you're asking me who the best CEO is, how can I not mention the names?
Okay.
But I experience. I think it's easier to mention who the best was, and not the worst.
Okay.
So in terms of the best CEO that I have worked with under the Mitsubishi tenure, is Danny Naito.
Okay.
He's a funny guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's got some eccentricities, but he really changed the fear from the company environment.
I see.
The fear from the staff.
I see.
Because of the rule of failure, the exit rule of Mitsubishi, it scared a lot of people. Alloys.
Right.
And so even including myself,
right.
Because Premier Edible Oils was closed,
right.
Premier Foods was closed,
right.
Seed Tech was sold. It was like, well,
how are you going to be next?
I was confident because in my career, even when Premier Edible Oils was controlling us, the division I was managing was very successful.
Yes.
So I really did not have that kind of fear.
Right.
But everybody does not understand it the way I did.
Okay.
Or they're not privy to the overall company objectives. And when Mike, this was in the process, 1995 to 1999. Mike Nomura was assigned here, basically to shut down all the mess, to get rid of all the non-major. That was his mission. So he was like chopping off everything, and that developed a big fear from the people at Callaway. And Danny came and changed that atmosphere around.
I see.
He has the savvy. He's got the character to talk to people.
I see.
And he had an open door policy. You can come in anytime. He would listen to you.
Okay.
And during that time when Danny was here, it was very, very crucial for me because, if the company was not successful, we were on a 3-year concept. But it did not stop me from doing my best. Okay. So, and Mike appointed me because he was getting rid of all the Premier Edible Oils guys. So he asked me to manage the sales and marketing.
That's a huge job. That's a huge job, isn't it?
It was a very big job because there was a lot of things that we had to absorb, that we did not need.
Okay.
So I had to make a good business plan. And that was quite challenging. We had a very interesting combination because Mike was here, and I think Nishiyama was also here.
Probably,
So it was not a very good combination in the sales and marketing. But fortunately, I think we did some good decisions that overcome these weak areas or the weak directions.
So back to Danny, he had this good communication skill, sense of humor, open door policy. He was very open to talking to people and so on. Did he have other strengths, good skills?
He was very strict in terms of performance.
I see.
While he was, friendly and all that, he demanded a lot from me.
I see.
He was very demanding. He really had a good combination because, if you enjoy your job,
right,
and you enjoy your manager,
right,
you enjoy your leader, then it becomes very easy for you.
I see.
If you have the spirit to be successful, and there's a current against you, it makes it more difficult.
Yeah,
even if
exactly.
And you don't have to give up, but it makes it very difficult.
Okay.
So with Danny, it was, let's play when we play, and let's work when we work.
And was your success rewarded or acknowledged by him?
Yes, I believe there was a substantial amount of acknowledgement.
Yeah.
If you recall, when you were responsible, we were working on a bonus program for employees, because I was trying to convince management that bonuses are not only for key people; it's for the whole company, because they helped me in meeting my objectives, or the company objectives.
Yeah.
So we have to acknowledge that.
Yeah.
And you did your share. You sent proposals to New York and to Tokyo, but it was not attended to, or it was understudied for a long time. And
that's another problem.
Yeah. When Danny came, I told him the same discussions that we've had, and he said, "Let me work on it."
Yeah.
And he did until it was implemented.
I see.
So now the whole company enjoys a nice bonus package.
Yeah, performance
wise.
He demands performance, but he will reward
company performance together with individual performance.
Okay.
So that's now a practice in the company, which all the employees are enjoying.
Yeah. Okay.
In the past, there was none. Only for the key people.
All right.
And I felt bad about that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
So Danny worked on it, and he convinced management that we should implement a policy.
I see.
So he really worked hard to do that.
I see. So that was your very specific incident about his
and then he delegated projects or decisions to be made by managers.
Yeah.
And right or wrong, you better be right, because if not, then it will be difficult for you and difficult for him. But he would delegate authority and support it to Tokyo.
Oh, I see.
He did not have to tell us to do what to do.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "You plan and you tell me what you want to do, and then go ahead. I'll take care of Tokyo."
So he actually knew exactly what his role was. Actually, he delegated and
things, and which is
his problem,
which was not common, with most of the CEOs.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
It's always like we have to wait for Tokyo to approve things, and I didn't see that as a practical business practice.
Yeah. You think he took his personal risk in a way?
I think he did.
Yeah.
I think he did, because I think there were times where he went beyond what his local authority was.
I see.
But he took chances.
Because he knew that's the right thing to do?
Yeah, he was practical. He had a lot of common sense.
Right.
And he knew that was the best thing.
Okay.
And also, I think he had also a good support from Tokyo.
Yeah.
When Chuck Takashi was there, he and
Chuck, like brothers.
So they supported each other. And that's why it's important to have good local managers.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
So where you, as a CEO on a rotating policy, could develop a plan for the business. So you depend a lot from the local managers, and you give the authority.
Right.
I don't see that happening now with unfortunately with the new.
Yeah. Did Danny have any weakness?
he was very hard worker, but we also played a lot, you know.
Yeah.
He
Work hard, play hard.
Work hard.
That's
play
a weakness,
hard.
though.
Not a weakness.
Yeah.
I really I think in a way he was demanding too much.
Yeah.
He really knew how to pamper you.
Yeah.
But he would demand so much from you. That's why.
Actually not necessarily bad, right?
No, it's not bad, but it's you know. But me, because I enjoy my job and I enjoyed working with him, it was okay.
Okay.
And
could take it.
but you know, he really would drain you out, which was for me good because it becomes more challenging.
Yeah.
And I always said that you know, when you enjoy your CEO or your boss, if you're a golf aficionado, your handicap goes to hell because you tend to work hard and spend more time working. But when you don't enjoy your CEO, I play more golf and my handicap goes down.
That's right. So it's all related.
Yeah, it's all interrelated.
Yeah.
It's all mental. Anyway.
How about your worst CEO? What's his problem?
I think maybe this I don't have to name.
Right. No, you don't have to know.
Probably relate it to the situation because
just a reverse. Oh yeah.
Yeah. We had a CEO who was appointed here, and he didn't stay very long.
Okay.
But it
brief appointment.
Seemed but we didn't know it was going to be a brief one.
Oh, that's true.
But he was here, I think, only on a waiting period for another job.
I see.
But he was, you know, he was the CEO. He was on a rotation.
Sitting on a temporary chair, as we say.
And it's like, you know, you have a business to run. You don't need this as a waiting room.
Yeah, that's right.
So, but that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
It's like he did not even like his job.
Did it show that he didn't?
It showed. He did not communicate a lot with people, and he stayed in his room a lot.
What were they doing there?
Maybe doing something, but it was not good for us because there was no communication, interaction between him. Although at the time,
there's a lot of people on the phone, right?
Although at the time, Grove Bryant was there, so maybe he just depended on Grove to, you know, do the legwork. But there was a lot at stake at the time.
Yeah, no time to sit in your room if you have.
And it's not good leadership not to know the people. But I don't think he even made an effort to really know people.
He had no heart for the business.
No, not for the business. I mean, I'm sure he had a heart for Mitsubishi, but for Cowboys, he was kind of.
Maybe he had no idea, no background knowledge.
He had no background in the oil industry, and he just wasn't ready for that job.
Did he have good business side? I mean, in terms of business, he had business common sense.
I never know.
Okay. Because he never demonstrated it.
He did not demonstrate anything.
Okay. How about your direct reports? Let's do this together. Best and worst.
We had, you know, one thing about the direct reports is all of them are hard workers.
Yes.
Everybody worked long hours.
Okay.
Now, whether it's necessary or not, I don't know. But
you work long hours unnecessarily. That may not be very good, right?
It's not very good.
Yeah.
My perception is, I think it was too much reporting to Tokyo.
Yeah.
Which requires a lot of time, and they tend to forget the family. You know, to me, I think having a family life is very important. The company is an extended family, but it's not the primary family.
So that's exactly right. And their main job was to report to Tokyo. Isn't that a problem?
I don't know. That's a big problem in itself.
Yeah.
And everything that they had to do would be clearance from Tokyo. And it's like, you know, you have to develop your own plan for the company.
Did you feel that Tokyo was asking too many questions?
Yes. Now, the biggest problem, which I've always tried to fight and to make a change, which has never happened to now, is the manner of the direct report that supposedly is reporting to the local management.
To you personally, right?
But they are reporting to Tokyo. And the problem comes, and especially in the first few years, the first 2 years at best, is their ability to speak English. Okay?
Right, English.
And their command of English, how they express themselves, is very poor.
Right.
How they interpret from Japanese to English may be completely different from what it really means.
Because your English skill and communication skill is low, so their interpretation may be
different.
Different, right? Yeah.
Now, the biggest problem is the people in Tokyo, whether they speak English or not, they course everything through them. And then they have to translate, but in Japanese. Then they have to translate into English and then ask the questions to us. So we don't know really what the questions are. Or if it's the real
Lost
question.
in translation?
Lost in translation.
Yeah.
And
back and forth.
And I've been, even with Kai now and with Yuji before, I said, why don't they just direct questions to us in English?
Right.
Or send you questions, and if you feel appropriate to transfer it to us, then then we can develop a question and answer. No, up to now it's the same thing.
So their roles are now very clear. Though. Why are they here? I mean, they have to report to you, right? And you're the boss. But the Tokyo, representing owners or shareholders, would ask these guys questions because they are. So it seems there's a contradiction here, right? Yeah.
But that's how it is. As I always say, you have your comments or observations, but Mitsubishi is a very successful, large company. So who can challenge success? But don't you think it would be a more bigger company, more successful company, if they made these adoptions, changes?
Okay.
Choosing the people to the right positions, regardless of age. Because it appears to me that seniority is the best qualification you have when there's
so
a promotion. So
you get promoted, get old, right?
And it's like, that doesn't make sense.
Old folks home. Okay, so any advice to help young people become global leaders? That's sort of message to the next generation.
I think it's not only to the young people, because with young people, I think it's very easy. I think they have to have the ability and the skill to work with different races, with different cultures. And you have to adjust to the local cultures rather than adaptability, rather than the local culture adapting to the Japanese style when you're not in Japan. Okay. Now, if this culture goes to Japan, then their responsibility is to adjust to the Japanese culture. But when people go out of Japan, they have to be adjustable. They have to adapt to the local culture.
When in Rome or wherever, right?
You should be Rome.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's that's one basic factor that I think is a must.
So that's not just
then
for you.
You have to develop communication. You have to have a good command of the language where you are at. That makes a good global leader.
I see.
Adapting to the local environment, to local practices and all that.
How about leadership part of it? I mean, to be global, you have to be adaptable, you have to have good communication skills and so on. How would you develop leadership?
Well, you should be groomed for it. I think management should choose the people based on their skills and observe what capabilities they can be given, what responsibilities they can be given. As I mentioned earlier, in jest or in joking manner, but it's very true. You don't just transfer people because of seniority or it's time for you to go. No, you have to choose people who are capable, have the business skills, have the the fundamentals,
Mhm.
fundamental IQ,
Right.
fundamental in business,
Right.
practical
Right.
business and all
Right.
that, and the ability to, there's so many tests that can help you choose a person
Okay.
for a certain position.
Okay.
A square peg in a round hole
Okay.
doesn't work.
Okay.